Hi, I'd like to talk to you about your gut health. I know, another video about gut health. You're like sick and tired of hearing about how important the gut is for your overall health and well-being. Well, I'll tell you what, maybe you don't have to watch this video. So I'm going to throw a couple questions out there and see how you answer them. And then you can decide whether you should be watching this video. So, are you having more than 2 bowel movements a day? Great question, right? You should be. After meals, do you get any symptoms? Any bloating or reflux? You shouldn't be having any of those symptoms. How about a few hours after you eat? Do you find that you're tired? Maybe you get some brain fog, you feel fatigued? Well, that shouldn't be happening. And then are you frequently sick or have a lot of allergies or reactions to food? Well, that's not normal either. So if any of those things are going on in your life and they're not working properly, then you need to watch this video because I'm going to show you the different types of guts there are and how we can help you figure out what type of gut you have and what we're going to do about it. So we know that the key to overall health is having that healthy gut, right? So we know the gut is our second brain. It produces neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. It helps with hormone balance. Obviously, it helps with digestion and absorption of our nutrients and so forth. It helps us to detox. It gets rid of toxins from our food and our water and our air and from normal metabolic health of our body. And 80% of our immune system is in the gut. So those are all the really important things about the gut that maybe you know, maybe you don't know. What about the types of gut? So maybe you want to classify yourself in one of these areas. So first of all, do you have a yeasty gut? I know it sounds really bad. Well, basically, a yeasty gut is a dysbiotic gut. So an imbalance of either bacteria or yeast, maybe parasites, infections that had just overtaken the body. And that's not a good thing because it irritates the gut. It can cause symptoms, obviously, but it can lead to illness. Or maybe you have a stressed out gut. That's another type of gut. And you're just burned out. Like it's just not functioning properly. When I test my patients, they're not producing enough enzymes, some of them. Their stomach acid is not at a good pH to digest and break down their food. How about an immune gut, like leaky gut? So when you have leaky gut, we have a breakdown of the mucosal barrier in the gut. And what happens is toxins and pathogens can easily pass through this permeable gut and therefore we get an immune response. So we have a lot of inflammation. A lot of symptoms are associated with that. We also get a lot of brain symptoms associated with that: brain fog, hormone imbalances, regular illnesses and allergies and things like that. So immune gut is a bad gut to have. How about that angry gut? So what's an angry gut? Well, angry gut could be a constipation situation. It could be regular diarrhea, or maybe, I have patients that actually will have a little bit of constipation in the morning, then diarrhea later in the day, or vice versa, where they just have this imbalance. It's just an angry gut. It's not happy. It's not doing the things that it needs to do. Or maybe you have a bloated gut. And this would be the type of gut where after a meal you have symptoms. So bloating would be one of them. But you could also have acid reflux. You can have, you need to run to the bathroom right away and have not a healthy bowel movement, because that would be okay, but an abnormal bowel movement, maybe a hard stool or some diarrhea. And that's just not good. So these are the 5 different types of gut. So I want you to ask yourself, do you have one of those types of guts? And what are you doing about it? And maybe you've tried different things. Maybe you've tried probiotics. Maybe you've gone on an elimination diet or a gluten-free diet. Maybe you tried the Mediterranean diet or paleo diet, carnivore diet. You've tried all these different things. You've tried some enzymes for digestion. Maybe you've even taken some betaine HCl to help with stomach acid. And maybe you got a little bit of relief, but as soon as you stop taking those supplements, you go right back to your symptoms. Nothing really changes permanently. And we want to make a permanent change in those gut symptoms. We wanted to have a healthy gut because we do know the importance of a healthy gut. So how do you heal the gut? Well, first of all, my opinion is you have to test. You have to know what's going on. Those 5 different types of guts that I mentioned, the yeast gut, the stressed out gut, the immune gut, the angry gut, and the bloated gut. Well, there's tests so we can decide what category you fall into based on not just symptoms, but evidence, clinical evidence that you either have an infection going on, like a parasite or candida. Maybe you're not producing enough enzymes. Maybe you have leaky gut. Maybe you have a gluten sensitivity. Maybe your immune system, something called secretory IgA, is not up to par, so we need to boost your immune system. So these are the things that we can easily test with a stool sample test. So not a problem. For healing the gut, there's a time factor also. So someone who's relatively healthy, you can actually change your gut microbiome in 3 days through lifestyle and diet. So that's the good news. It doesn't have to take very long. For most people, 2 to 3 weeks is what's needed to change like a leaky gut and create good gut bacteria and get a balance there and get rid of that dysbiosis or some type of infection. So 3 to 6 months, or excuse me, 3 to 6 weeks with maybe some type of infection. 12 weeks may be needed, however, if you have food sensitivities or autoimmune diseases. So it takes a little bit longer, a couple of months if we have those type of things going on in your body. So if you have one of those 5 types of guts, yeasty gut, stressed out gut, immune gut, angry gut, or a bloated gut, I'm going to give you an opportunity to give me a call. I have a free discovery call. It's down here at the bottom of the video. You can click that link. It'll take you right to my schedule, and you can book a call and we'll talk about and try to figure out what type of gut you have, and then what we can do as far as testing, lifestyle changes, and dietary changes to make that gut heal so that you can live a life full of vitality,